This man was the brother of Motown legend Diana Ross. He was a gifted songwriter who helped pen some of the label's most soulful hits. But unlike his famous family, he never stepped fully into the spotlight. Instead, his life spiraled into obscurity. Until one day in 1996 when his body was found in an abandoned house in Detroit. No headlines, no tributes, just silence. Who was T-Boy Ross? Why did he vanish from the music scene? And most importantly, how did his life end in such a tragic mystery? The centerpiece of today's video is all about Arthur T-Boy Ross. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born on February 28, 1949 in Detroit, Michigan, to Fred and Ernestine Ross. They had 6 children and T-Boy was the 5th. His siblings, Diana Ross, Barbara, Rita, Fred Jr., and Wilbert, who was also known as Chico. He was a comic fixture at the studios while his elder sister Diana was recording. He already had the talent for lyrical writing and singing. The ladies adored him, most notably his eyes. But famous sister or not, Arthur grew up with a complex personality that was fueled by alcohol and drugs misuse. He hung out in the streets, where the family stayed at the Douglas Brewster Projects. When his sister's career began to flourish, the family moved to the Russell Woods area, where he made friends and seemed to be staying out of trouble. To put some distance between T-Boy and the Detroit terrible streets, Diana secured him a songwriting position with Motown, which at this time had relocated to Los Angeles in the early 70s. She urged the producer and songwriter Leon Ware to collaborate with him. While not prolific, T-Boy's collaborations were highly popular. He was a songwriter who worked with others including Leon Ware and Joe Sample. He penned I Want to Be Where You Are, which was recorded by young Michael Jackson. He also helped pen I Want You by Marvin Gaye and What Is a Good Heart For You by The Miracles. T-Boy, Ware, and Gaye created the song After the Dance. Ware initially recorded the songs for the album I Want You, but Berry Gordy wanted Marvin Gaye on them, so that was redone. T-Boy decided to provide harsh feedback to Marvin Gaye during one of his sections. He was removed from the session. After this incident, Leon Ware and T-Boy floated around until 1979, where he recorded a solo album called Changes. Now this album material was repurposed, as the original material on this album was meant for Jermaine Jackson's album. The Smooth Set features songs primarily composed by T-Boy, Joe Sample, and Billy Brown. The album had 2 notable singles, a cover of I Want You and To the Baby, which he wrote for his big sister Diana, which was a tribute to her 2 daughters, Rhonda and Tracy.
And no, she's still a baby to the baby.
Despite Sample's talent, the record flopped terribly. The album only sold 12,000 copies. And at this time, he was frustrated with the business and he decided to retire from music in the early 80s. T-Boy visited Detroit on a regular basis while residing in Los Angeles, staying at the Ross family home with his sister Rita and also hanging out with old street friends. He lost his interest in music in the early 80s after his solo project failed, and as a result, he decided to live off his songwriting income and also decided to isolate himself from his siblings and close relatives. During the weekend of June 22nd and June 23rd, 1996, authorities discovered the decomposing remains of Ross and his wife of 10 months, Patricia Ann Robinson, in the basement of a rundown home in Oak Park, Michigan, which was a Detroit neighborhood that was infamous for its homicides and violent crimes. The pair was reportedly chained and gagged before passing for suffocation. The coroners eventually determined that the bodies had been deceased and has been in their house for several days, possibly up to several weeks. The couple's passing was believed to have occurred on May 30th, 1996. Ross at the time was 47 years old and his wife was 54. Ross was not reported missing by any family members, and at the time of his passing, he was scheduled to appear in court on June 26, 1996 for a hearing on 3 charges of drug possessions. Dinah wrote a letter for his funeral, but she was unable to attend due to the fact that she was on tour in Japan. The letter that she wrote was read by her daughter Tracy at T-Boy's funeral. Quote, "It breaks my heart. Why did you make the choices you made in your life? I cannot blame you for your imperfections, T-Boy. I do, however, blame this drug-infested world of today." Now, for some strange reason, YouTube is only promoting my videos to 20% of my audience. So, to change that, just make sure you guys are notified. When you click that notification bell, make sure the bell says all instead of personalized, so you will be notified each time I upload. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by Arthur T-Boy Ross, or a song that he wrote?